Hi guys, this is my Labrynth deck profile. I played in the recent OTS. I went X1, tied for second, but bubbled out onto fifth. Um, my matchups were Dark World, Branded, what I only lost that matchup due to my opponent not reading Branded in red and attacking me directly with it. Then either the Labyrinth mirror match, three axis, and sword soul. I 2-0'd everyone except for the branded matchup, but I should have been a 2-0, but I didn't read the branded in red. My bad. So let's get on to the deck profile. We play 3 Lady Labyrinth. What is the best card in this deck because she is absolutely insane. Um, Honestly, most people should know what she does by now. Not being able to be targeted or destroyed by opponent's cards as long as you have a set card. That includes a monster. And then just being able to just constantly getting you to any trap card that you want to see into the matchup. I played 2 Ariane. She's like the only normal summon in the deck. Um,
Would you consider playing 3, or is 3 too much?
I don't feel like you need to see her too often because you're basically just using her to get into like engine. So with her and the big welcomes, that's 8 cards in your engine in like your 40 card deck or 41 card deck because I'm playing 41. There is a card that I would cut going forward, but her second effect comes up for going for game because if you can go summon her, we'll attack with like Lady Labyrinth, go big welcome, bounce her, summon her, bounce the lady, use her second effect to draw a card, then summon the lady in attack position again. So you have 76 damage, so you're 400 damage off. But if you have any other access to like another monster, you can. So we have the one lovely
The collector rare.
collector rare.
That glare is terrible. We can see it from here. Yes.
The like she's the brick of the deck. She's not like so many times playing just like regular locals. She just in my hand dead all the time. But in the OTS, I only like saw her once in my hand. But I had access to Big Welcome at the time, and it was only the 3 access matchup. In the game 1 of the access matchup, the 3 access matchup was they end up. I ash something. They make their board. I evenly, but they thrusts to get a Harpy's Feather Duster, and then passes turn. He keeps the Duster, and then in his standby, I just bring out the Lovely off Big Welcome and Welcome, and then just pop the Harpies, and they just went the game next game. We play one Lord of Heavenly Prison. Did not see him all day. Like he was just never there, so I don't really understand. Like, don't know how he would have played if I saw him. But I didn't really run into many like back row destruction. It was more like evenly matched, if anything.
Yeah.
Triple Ash Blossom. I was originally siding this, but going into the OTS, one, there's a lot of like Despia players here, and two, every time I versed one Despia player, he just always opened the crack. So I was just like,
That one player won the event.
yeah,
Undefeated. So
undefeated, but
we'll get his
cheated
deck.
to me.
We'll get his
Yeah,
deck
it would be
profile.
fine. I would play it differently.
We'll get his deck profile in a bit.
Would have ended similar.
So then this just basically, I just didn't want to have as bad of a matchup if Branded goes first, was my main reasoning. And in the Labyrinth mirror, it comes up to just stop engine.
Stop a welcome. Oh.
The one Labyrinth.
Yep.
The funny interaction with this was Eradicator, because you Eradicator, send your lady, this in a new chain link, get the lady back.
Yeah.
I I did that in the Labrynth matchup in the mirror. They just scooped as soon as I did it. They were like, yeah, okay, let's go this game. This never really came up. Most of the time I end up siding it out most times. But yeah, still just a good card. It does help in the back row matchups because it gives you more access to pop the back row. Pot of Duality.
Yeah, Duality, good card consistency.
Prosperity.
Good card consistency. Yeah.
Legitimately. Then we have 3 welcome and
Good card consistency.
3 big welcome.
Yeah.
What is this?
Good card consistency.
Just engine.
Yeah.
Then we played removal in Compulse.
Compulse, yep. How do you feel Compulse went as it's a 1-for-1? Would you have played a more impactful trap, or was it good enough?
The thing with the why Labrynth is a good deck, in my opinion, is that it makes 1-for-1s not 1-for-1s. So Lady Labrynth will make a 1-for-1 go even or +1 because you get rid of their monster and then you'll replace the trap. So this card came clutch. There was no real instances where it oh no, it did win me a game against the Sword Cell player because I side Lava Golem. I gave him the Lava Golem and I just kept compulsing it back to my hand.
Yeah. Nice plays.
Then we have Dimensional Barrier, literally
this format
the most toxic card in this deck.
If you're not playing it, you're gonna lose this format. That's just in the main or the side. You gotta play it.
It's just this deck just kind of abuses it too well.
Yeah.
Being that you have access to it, you don't have to draw into it. The deck gives it to you regardless whenever you want it.
Yeah.
And just you don't care about anything from your extra deck because you don't really use it.
Yeah.
Evenly matched, so I don't lose game. If I go second, game 1.
Yeah.
Card I saw actually quite a bit and won me too many games. Yes, this card exists. Game 1 against Branded, it was very clutch. I opened 2. Tried to do a really cool play. They did a really cool play where they made Chimera and then chain Branded in red expulsion and then
Tributed it
and then popped the other skill drain and got Albaz and then used the Albaz effect, but I had the second skill drain. It didn't matter.
Nice.
We have Overroot.
Terrors, yep.
I'm bad and I did not read the card properly. I did not know it could be any card.
Yep.
But I
send any card, set any card.
And I just
that's great.
Never really used it the entire day. I feel it's probably more for back row stuff, but
yeah.
We played 2 punishment. Card was insane. So many times going 2 for 1 with the Entis.
Yeah. Did it ever come up where you had to debarrier call fusion and then your only good target with punishment was Entis and you couldn't activate? Did that ever happen?
No, never.
Okay.
I think it negates Entis. It's face-up fusions, isn't it?
On the grave as well, isn't it? Oh, on the field. Never mind. That is fine. Continue.
Blowout card.
Yep.
Because we have access to it through Lady, so if we ever need it, we can get into it. This is the card I'd actually cut. Because my thing I played 41, I was like, oh, maybe sometimes Trap Trick will come up needing to be a Dimensional Barrier. In playing for about a month with this deck, I actually picked my Trap Trick.
Yeah.
Well, that's the main. It's 41, but
good
I
main.
Go down to 40.
Yes.
Extra deck cards that are so relevant in this deck.
Yeah.
We played 2 Garura. We played 2 Entis. This is not sorted.
That is fine.
We played 1 Cyberdark.
5k for punishment, yep.
5k for punishment. That I was playing fun games with my friend last night and he was playing this deck. Came up because my Marensis monsters are 45.
Nice.
To
Bicephalus?
yeah, whatever his name is.
Bicephalus the second?
Mainly just to send Garura, but I never actually sent him and a Garura the entire day.
The aggregator for a negate, yep.
This is more for like if like flu. Because
Yes.
if you pop the summon of flu, they still summon, you negate the summon, the effect on the summon.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
we played the 1 Omega, and that is all our punishment targets.
Yep. Nice. A lot of punishment targets.
Now for the other cards, we played a Ding,
Mhm.
never made it. Zeus with the Ding, never made it.
Yep.
Then we played Mutracker, played Underworld Goddess, just because in case like you need to out a big
The big towers.
tower
Yeah.
thing. And then 2 Lingeribos, but I never got Imbly locked, so
Yep.
never made it.
That's alright.
Yeah, the side deck,
On the side deck.
the MVP card,
The lava golem.
Golem.
My lava golems. Yes. Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah, this card was too good
Yeah.
in the format.
Just hits everything besides the Arise Heart by itself. But
But who cares about that?
1 Harpies,
yep.
just for back row decks, but
Mhm.
I didn't burst the Traptrix matchup, but I didn't actually know what to expect from
Yeah.
the Traptrix matchup.
Well, they came out that weekend, so or that
For
week.
us.
Yeah, for us. Because Australia is terrible with product, but
We played 1
a second.
Eradicator.
Yep.
Um,
Did it come up that you needed a second one?
I slotted in every time there was a trap matchup or any
Okay.
matchup that was heavy reliant on spells.
Yep.
Like against
Trap trick,
Traptrix,
runic. Yep.
No,
Any of that.
For the card trap trick. Because it gives you
Oh,
2
yeah.
targets to set.
True.
So
Rivalry?
I played Rivalry. I only had space for either Rivalry or Gozen in the side.
Mhm.
I chose Rivalry, even though it doesn't hit Kashtira.
Mhm.
I found that like in theory crafting trap tricks, if you can flip this onto their insect summon,
Yep.
they can't get into Sarah, what is like 90% of their deck.
Yep.
And this also comes up into like some other matchups involving like
Branded Despia matchup.
Branded Despia.
Yeah.
We also have the 3 access, you can lock them into one since they use so many different 3s.
Yep.
But that's basically all it was mainly used for.
Mhm.
Now this card I think is spicy. I've discussed it with other Labrynth.
Destructive Daruma Karma Cannon.
I saw it was like, again in my theory crafting, that like people were picking up a lot of the trap tricks decks on the like couple days before. I was like, how do I out their monsters that are unaffected by my traps?
Mhm.
And I'm like, this is one good way to out it.
Yes,
Because-
make them out them.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And it never came out because I never versed it, but
Yep.
card that we always side in when we go first.
Yes, to stop those pesky evenlies or
Literally
Harpy's
just-
Feather Dust or
just to-
Lightning Storm.
Just to stop so many things.
Yep.
To stop the normal summon of a Danko Sekka, never came up, but
Yep.
and
And
then
3
anti-spell.
anti-spell.
Just
Yep.
because like this was mainly my side in for going first against Branded.
Yep.
Look, there's so many times that I verse Branded and I don't do well, so I heavily sided more for Branded.
Yep.
And there's typically a lot more Branded players in our local.
We do have quite a few at locals, yep.
So that's my deck. Basically went X1. Deck's super strong. I can understand why people call it toxic. But I do think the deck is really fun for like if you enjoy control decks. Yeah. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.